Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Right now, you got 58.
Now the 2nd-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes the receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Jets at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing is Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Rodgers now on first down. That's complete right side to Lazard. A gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 2nd and 5. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball? Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Hall. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone. Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock. Here's Hall again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles. No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. No score. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Inside. Hey, 626. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Over. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers with a caper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Aaron Rodgers, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd down, Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Nice run and some new digs for Swift, the biggest name to be dealt during this year's draft. Had some tough times in 3 years with the Lions, but the good news for him, he's now in Philadelphia and knows exactly how to get the most out of a versatile runner.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And it is caught. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Again, that's Watkins. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
63.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage. We're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
630.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
In motion left is Wilson.
26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This will be fielded at the 17. And running with power here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Inside. Back north.
In motion right, that's Hardman.
Get 300. Get 300.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 10.
26. Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And again, it's Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this 1st half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
They're on the 32-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the 1st half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he's going to take it down to about the looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Right back to Swift again on second down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
At the 27-yard line.
Paul again on second down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, 88.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Get 300. Get 300. Going back.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Great.
And they'll begin by running the option. Dances by him. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's good, hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Hurts Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone. But they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Setting up the screen for Cook. Room past the 35 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Rodgers throwing on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Running left, it's Hall. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
ball again. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Get 300. Get 300.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And the Jets, first down.
And now an audible here into something else.
Jump out. 26. Hey, 88, 88, 88.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dan Arnold, 29 yards. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Rodgers. He gets it underneath him, and it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. On play action, now Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Got a man at touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Hey, check 26. Here we go.
Now it's Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Jump out.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they're going to speed things up here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Second down. Here's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
630.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Rodgers to throw. And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better.